All right, everyone, I'm back and I'm really excited to bring to you a special interview. I'm bringing to you a coach that I've known for a great long time, Hall of Fame coach at many different levels. His name is Ken Laduna, but mostly everybody knows him as Ox, Coach Ox. So, everybody, just welcome Coach Ox to the show. Coach, thank you for joining the show today. I really appreciate you doing this. How you feeling today?
Doing all right, Eddie. Thanks for having me on.
Oh, it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. So, you've been involved with sports for a long time in many different facets as a player, as a coach, in minor league, semi pro, as a owner, manager. Um, when did you really get started in sports? Not just minor league, semi pro, just sports in general.
Man, I've been involved in sports since I've been 9 years old. Playing
Mm-hmm.
baseball and softball. I've been
Mm-hmm.
all my life. All
Mm,
my life I've been involved in sports. I love basketball, football, and I
mm-hmm.
love baseball. A lot of people really don't know, I'm a crazy Met fan.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
baseball was my first sport I ever played. Then
Oh, okay.
basketball, then basketball was my second sport I played,
Mm-hmm.
and then football was the last thing I did, but I've been having more success in all of them in
Okay.
football than I had in the rest of them.
Okay. That's fascinating. I didn't even know that. So that's amazing right there. Who got you started into playing sports?
Oh man. Well, my grandfather got me involved in baseball. He's a
Mm-hmm.
big Met fan. So we used to
Okay.
hop on the train and go to Queens. I'm originally from Harlem. Hop on
Mm-hmm.
the
Mm-hmm.
train, go to Queens and go watch the Mets. And
Mm-hmm.
I had a babysitter named Miss Mary, and she had a son named Jack Harvey. He
Mm-hmm.
showed me how to play baseball, how to hit the how to how to hit the ball, everything, throw it, catch it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then my father came along and spent a little time with me every now and then. So I said baseball was my thing. Every other sport my mother taught me.
Okay.
my
Okay.
mother,
Okay.
my
So.
mother showed me how to play basketball. If anybody who knows, I know like we did it in Harlem. We played this game called 5-2. You
Okay.
know, and that's how I learned how to play basketball from my mother. And I learned how to throw a football. My uncle Joseph showed me how to throw a football. And that's how like I had different mentors show me different things for each different sport.
Mm. I mean that's a matter of being well rounded. I mean, I could definitely appreciate that. You with all the sports that you played as a youngster, what do you feel was your best sport? Was it baseball? Was it basketball?
Baseball. Baseball was
Okay.
my thing. Basketball was my second thing. Like basketball, I had more.
Gotcha.
I had more success in. I don't know. Baseball and basketball. I can say about the same. Growing up,
What
you
position did
know,
you play with baseball?
I pitched and I played third base and I catch.
Okay. And what about
Yeah, I catch
basketball?
pitch.
What was your main position that you played in basketball?
Oh, they used to call me Fat Magic, baby. I was the point guard.
I like that, man. Fat magic. So there you go. There you go. All right. What about as a coach? Who got you involved into coaching?
Man, let me tell you, how I got involved in coaching is real funny.
Hmm.
Daryl Harris.
Hmm.
Oh, my first friend I ever met when I moved to Jersey Road to Rowan.
Hmm.
First guy I went to school with. We played high school football together.
Hmm.
He was coaching Pop Warner.
Hmm.
And he said to me, yeah, he conned me. I'll be honest with you. I was doing, at the time, I was doing video music box with Crazy Sam.
Hmm.
And,
Hmm.
he conned me into coming to practice one day. So I went and watched this team. Then
Mhm.
he asked me to help him break down some film. I did that. Next thing you know, I'm a defensive coordinator. And I never stopped from that day on, bro.
Okay.
I mean,
How old were you roughly when you started this?
ooh, man, I said I had to be in my my late 20s, early 30s.
Got you. Okay.
If I would even hit 30 yet, I was somewhere around there, you know.
No, I
And
think
I
you were.
just
Yeah, I think you were late 20s because that's pretty much when I started getting into Rawway, and I know that's how we started meeting up. So I got you. It's
yeah,
about
it
that.
was around that time, man. I've been coaching kids, and that's how it all got started with me, man.
Okay. Well,
You know,
I know you did very well when you were playing at Rawway football wise. Did you also play baseball at Rawway?
nah, I ain't do nothing that wrong with this. Play with the face, man. Just play a little
Okay.
football, shot a little hoops every now and then. But
Okay.
you know, they wasn't used to a big mouth freaker like me playing basketball. At that time, I was
Mm-hmm.
6'3", 6'3", 330. I could put the ball in the hole. I could dunk it. You know, I was doing my thing. You couldn't tell me I wasn't Charles Barkley. You know, you couldn't tell me I was Charles Barkley underneath the boards. But I also was Fat Magic. I had it all. If I was 6'6", I'd have went to the league. I'm telling you. I
Okay.
said if I was 6'6", I'd have went to the league. And shoot, I could do it. But
Well,
that's how that went, man.
well,
You
how far
know,
with your playing days after high school? I mean, how far did you go? I mean, you played in
to
college.
well,
I'm sorry.
football wise, I played all the way to college. I got a scholarship to Selma, West Virginia, NAIA,
Mm-hmm.
Division I school. I
Mm-hmm.
played there. I got a scholarship. I went there. Then my college career, man, I went all over the place. I transferred from there. I went to Morgan for a
Mm-hmm.
semester. I left Morgan. I went to Union County to get some grades. And then I wound up going to Jersey City State. And then
Mm-hmm.
yeah, um, my pops passed away,
Mm-hmm.
and I played semi-pro for the Jersey Oaks. I still
Mm-hmm.
wanted to play. I left school. I still wanted to play ball, so I went to I played with the Jersey Oaks with my boy Greg McLeod. Call him Big
Mm-hmm.
Groove. God bless his dad. He passed away. He
Mm-hmm.
got me to come out there and play. Me, him, Ivan Edwards, and Marty White, and Joe James. That was our
Mm-hmm.
boys from Norway. Went up to Jersey Oaks and played and
Okay.
whatnot.
Okay.
And I left the semi-pro game after that, and I didn't even know. I mean, I started doing other things. I
Mm-hmm.
started having more kids at the time. So I started doing other things.
I got you. Life happens, and you focus on life more. Well,
Yeah,
in
that's it.
with your playing days, what type of accomplishments did you achieve? As a player, as a coach, or even as an owner per se.
Well, I made in high school. I was all county, all metro, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, college, college. I made with third team. Uh, 1 year. I only played 2 years. Good
Mm-hmm.
on paper. Made 13 1 year. Um, basketball wise, I mean, coaching wise, shoot, I've been a winner. I've been
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
a winner on all levels I've been on, football
Yep.
level and the basketball level. AAU basketball, and semi-pro football, Potwana football, high school football. I've been a winner. I mean, I got a lot of accolades here. I got a lot of things I've done. You
Do you,
know,
do you feel that the Hall of Fame that you recently were inducted into is your greatest accomplishment, or do you feel winning championships is a greater accomplishment over that?
For me, my
Hmm.
biggest accomplishment is getting to that hall because that was something I did personally. You know,
Hmm.
um, I showed that I was accepted from me. You
Hmm.
know,
Hmm.
but I couldn't do it without the players. You know, people behind me. You know, the things like that I went through to get to that accomplishment.
Hmm.
You know, it took a lot of work. I sacrificed my family. You know, at one time I was coaching football, basketball all year round.
Hmm.
And at the time, I didn't realize it, but my kids came to me, was like, Dad, you can't even make it to my prom. Dad, you can't make it to my graduation. You here, then you leaving. This high school stuff. I said, well,
Hmm.
shit, I gotta slow up, you know?
Hmm. 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 Hmm.
So I took that in consideration. I started slowing up, and I left the basketball team alone. And me and you know, talking about that, that's when we had started. You know, we started out with the brain hearts, the things that what that name then? The Rockwallers.
The Rottweilers, yeah.
Yeah. Started with the Rockwallers and things didn't go well.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
that's when we started. Remember, we left that meeting. We was like freaked them, and that's when we came up with the Terminators.
Hmm. Hmm.
And that's when we had success with the Terminators. And then we went on about our business. Um, you know, and we've been successful in the semi-pro game ever since. Ever since I've been in
Hmm.
the semi-pro game as the head coach or the assistant coach, I never missed the playoffs yet in the
Hmm.
semi-pro game. You know, so I figure that's a big accomplishment. Never missed
Hmm.
the, never missed it. You know, I
Well,
took some time off.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I took time off from the semi-pro game, and I was focusing on my family and me. I kind of enjoyed the life, and then I got suckered back in here. I mean, not like that, but in a nice
Hmm.
way. Come back to the semi-pro game. It's been like 3 or 4 years now, and I'm having fun again. You know, having
Exactly.
fun again.
I mean, doing anything, you should always have fun doing it. So, because that's what's important. If you can't have fun, then you shouldn't be doing it. So, I get where you're coming from there. Um, with sports, I mean, you've been involved in it for a very long time. What do you feel are some important lessons that sports itself has taught you?
Oh man, woo! Sports taught a lot, especially in this game. It's playing as a team player. You know, the
Hmm.
loyalty.
Hmm.
You know, the work, the hard work, and the commitment that you have to put in. The
Hmm.
sacrifice. You gotta give up certain things to get to a certain level. You
Hmm.
know, um,
Hmm.
especially like when you get to a certain grown man age, get grown, and you got a family. You know, your family take a hit on the things that you do. You know, the toll because
Hmm.
there's not so much time you're going to spend at home. Like at one time, like I said again, I was coaching high school
Hmm.
football, high school basketball, AAU basketball, and I was also coaching semi-pro football all together. So I was never free. You know what I'm saying? But I was young. I could do it.
Hmm.
Sometimes I leave my high school game and come in the semi-pro game, or vice versa. Because play times when you had to take the team and you had to start the game off until I got there.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
But then you look at my life. What life did I have? I wasn't vacationing or nothing like that. I didn't have the time. You know. So when I did get that break and took that time off, I was like in heaven. I would do whatever I wanted to do. Did a little vacation. I was at the beach. Doing things like that.
Okay. Okay. Well, I mean that's important. I mean, getting that break and feeling free in a sense. So I mean, because that was a heavy workload in itself. Because doing all that, a lot of that is a volunteer work, which most people don't know, especially in the semi-pro world. A lot of it's mainly volunteer. So you're doing that, and still, like you said, you're sacrificing some of the family life, and your work life. So you know I get where you're coming from, and I think our audience will get understand where you're coming from. So, and the contributions that these things have done have had contributed to your life. So, it's important. So, with your coaching, do you feel that the loyalty, the hard work, do you think that these lessons are what you have wanted to instill in the players that you coach?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm very happy in my high school kids that I coach and my semi-pro team, my semi-pro players that I have. I mean, shoot, I see the success. I got one of my players here, Mayor, right now. I
Mm-hmm.
got other ones selling, top of the line and selling real estate. I got the kids I coached in high school, went to college, got a degree. They got scholarships. Some of them did. Some of them was walk-ons and finished their careers in playing football or basketball, and now they better men for their family. I got it. I mean, I, I feel like when I see things like that, I have a smile on my face. I feel like I was successful in teaching them more than this a game, and especially I keep intact with all of them. They all still call me, they all still check on me, and things like that. So I mean, I must be a very important part in their life, to still have that contact with them as them being grown men now at this age.
That's beautiful. That's that's powerful in itself. I mean, especially like you said, they're calling you, checking on you, but the things that they're taking from those lessons, the hard work, the loyalty, the trust, taking that and utilizing that in their life. So, that's something that you definitely, I commend you for, because many people don't understand that. They just look at coaching in another aspect and not realizing coaching is teaching, and it's not just teaching the game, it's teaching life. So, I definitely commend you for that. Um, has do they have they when they contact you, do they express a level of gratitude, from what you've instilled in them? I mean, do they say that to you? It's because of you that I'm on this pathway, things of that nature.
Yeah, when I talk to them, they say thank you.
Hmm.
I mean, thank you for what? Anybody who knows me, I know your audience probably though. I got that
Hmm.
little, me. I'm got a little, can you say, a little arrogance with me, and I carry myself a certain way. I be like, what you thanking me for? Oh man, without you, I probably wouldn't have played ball. I probably went the other way. I would if I didn't listen to the things you said. You know, I probably would have did this and did that. But growing up, my life wasn't all roses.
Hmm.
I've seen some good things. I've seen some bad things.
Hmm.
So I try to still, tell them like, yo, this is what needs to be done to succeed. You know what I'm saying? Don't go down the wrong way. Don't get locked up. Don't, go out there and use all these drugs and get high and all this other stuff. Try to show them the right things to do. Tell them. Sometimes you can lead by example too.
But when they thank you, I mean, honestly, how does that make you feel though?
Oh, it makes me feel good. Like I said, I mean, it makes me feel good. It made me feel real good. I
That,
mean, it's hard to really express in words, but I feel like, yo, I succeeded. You know, I got through. Now, you don't get me wrong. I ain't get through to everybody
hmm.
and everything. Ain't nobody gonna do that.
Hmm.
So you're gonna have some that still want to do what they want to do. They want to run the streets, want to be hustlers, want to be gangsters, and they want to do what they want to do. Like I always
Hmm.
tell people, I know all types of people. I know judges, I know lawyers, I know all types of people. Good, bad, criminals, I know them all. You know what I'm saying? And I treat
Hmm.
them all the same way. Why I'm gonna treat them any different? Well, I'm gonna show any difference. We all in the same vote.
Hmm. Hmm.
We all human beings. We grown, out here in this world. In this day and time, it's rough out here. It's rough for
Hmm.
these streets, for anybody, for any a person who had never been involved in no trouble or nothing.
People out here getting killed, murdered for no reason at all, getting robbed. Then you got the gangs. The young kids growing up. I feel for my grandkids. I'm looking at like, damn, what they gonna, what they gonna have when they get older. You
Mm-hmm.
know, what's gonna be out here for them. Because the streets is real rough out here. Can't even go to school without something bad happening to you.
Do you think that through sports, though, that's a tool that they can use to overcome that? Speaking on your grandchildren.
Yeah, well, I mean, hope they could go to play sports, go to college, learn different things, get a nice education, do something with your education. You know what I'm saying? Do something with it. Just don't get the education, don't do nothing with it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what I want. That's what I want them to do.
I definitely understand that.
You
There are too
know?
many. There are too many young people who go to college and walk away with a degree, and they're not even following through. So I agree with you there. So when you coach, what type of coach are you? Are you a tough disciplinarian? Are you a players coach? Are you more focused on being a tactician? I mean, what type of coach are you?
Yeah, not to be arrogant and cocky, I think I'm a little bit of everything.
Hmm.
I'm a players coach.
Mm-hmm.
I'm that coach that discipline coach. I'm gonna get up on you. I'm gonna yell at you. Boom, boom. It's not what you. To me, my motto is not what you did for me 2 plays ago. It's what you got to do for me now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Them 2 plays ago is over with. I need you to do something right now. I need a big play. I need something to happen right now. Not yesterday, not 2 weeks ago. What you did. I need something right now. So I mean, that's the type of things. That's how I am, And when I coach anything, basketball, football, I'm out there like that. My mentality is like, yo, let's go. And like I try to tell my players, I'm sitting here. I play these sports, so I already know what it takes to get hungry to go get this championship, to be hungry and don't let nobody dominate you. Like I see like right now in this semi-pro game, I see people get a name in a semi-pro game. Oh, so and so good. So and so this. So and so that. Like man, so and so just like you. Stop giving
Mm-hmm.
them so much respect. You know what I'm saying? Go out there and play him, and then you be like, oh, swear he wasn't all that what they say he was. You know what I'm saying? But these cats these days, let these people get to their head, let the social
Mm-hmm.
media take over
Mm-hmm.
and make a person bigger than what they are. Man, you got to punch me in my mouth and bust my mouth open for me to understand what's right or wrong. You know, that's how that's how
I
my father. So my father used to tell me, "Yo, you don't believe shit stink until you put your hand in the shit and it stink." You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
gotta make me believe it that it stink.
Mm-hmm. I
Shit.
feel you on that one. I definitely feel you on that one. Line them up and punch me in my face because it's going to bring something out of me too. So I got you. Now you've had many different coaches who've coached with you, under you. You know, what was it about each of those coaches? Do you feel that they would be a good fit coaching with you?
Oh man. Ooh. Well, I had some like I had some young. I mean, shoot, coaching under me, coaching with me. Like I always say. I mean, everybody brought something different to the table. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and everybody brought something different to the table. It's like a recipe that you build in. The ingredients. Everybody brought a different ingredient to the table. Brought it to me, and I put it in the blender, and I mixed it up and put my little flavor onto it, and made it successful. That's how I look at it. Um, you know, I got some. I mean, when I coached the semi-pro league on that level, when I had the Terminators, I looked at like Abdul Byron, Sal,
Mm-hmm.
you know, very very football smart. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Wendell Bates, a very good coach. I thought they'd be very good coaches when they was young. At that age, and when they did get older, I had both of them on my high school staff. At different times.
Mm-hmm.
At different schools. You know what I'm saying? And plus, Sal was a head coach too at his own school at one time. But Sal had abilities to him. But there was a few others that probably could have did it, but they all went different routes. You know what I'm saying? They didn't take that coaching route, you
Mm-hmm.
know?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
like Abdul McCurry, Ab could have been a Ab could have been a decent coach because he has that heart and feel everything. But and taking all of them as players and having that type of how they felt about the game. And like I said, and plus the coaches I had, that's why I had success. I can't like say on Lindbergh. I can't sit there and this like I said, call names out all day about that. And then I had you, Buddy, Larry,
Mm-hmm.
Mitchell. I had Boss Man. I had like everybody on that staff brought something different to the table. You know what I'm
But how,
saying?
but how did you know that they were going, because you being the head coach, they still have to click with you. How do you know? How did you know? Yes, everyone has different things to bring to the table, but how did you know that they would work with you? Because if you're the head man, they have to work with you. Because if not, it's going to fail.
Well, how I knew that was first of all they knew what type of person I was. They knew I could be an asshole. I could be this. I could be a piece of shit. They knew that coming out of me. They knew my mouth was the way it was, and they knew I was a no nonsense motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I ain't nobody pushover. I ain't nobody punk. So you gonna get what you looking for with me on the field and off the field. Like that. So
Mhm.
the people around me knew that already.
Gotcha.
So
Okay.
that was the first blending together. The second was they knew the game. They knew the game
Mhm.
that they was coaching with me. So it's like my AAU basketball team. I had my boy Junior with me, Isaac. Then I had uh, my boy out there now, EO, Ivan. I had him with me. Basketball AAU. I had one of my ex players, my D Pettis, with me, and I had
Mhm.
one of my other ex players with me, Victor Torres.
Mhm.
When it
Mhm.
came to AAU basketball, I had them with me, and I had Samar Prelo. Samar was like my recruiter. Samar to go out there and snatch up the young talent that was good and bring them to me. He brought me the
Mhm.
young, hard headed talent. So it's like I always got the young, hard headed thugs in everything I did. But they was athletes, and I knew that. And like they used to say, I can relate to them better than any other coach probably
Mhm.
could. You know what I'm saying? From
Mhm.
my background. So that's how we got down to it.
Great.
So
That's great. I mean, I like that because, you I have to admit you do have that sense. Yes, everyone knows ox is ox. You just some people can take you, some people can't. You got to know how to take you and deal with you. But that's what makes you such a great coach because of that. And like you said, the way that you can most people understand and you can in a sense guide them to being good coaches. um because I've seen it. I've seen those who ventured out from you under your tutelage, whether they were a former player who grew up to be coaches or coach with you. I've seen what they can do. I mean, myself included. There are lessons that I've taken watching you that I've incorporated. So I definitely get where you're going. I mean, when you hear things like that, and those who were coaching now, and they use some of the things, the lessons that you did yourself or that you used yourself as a coach. Does it give you a sense of pride in any success that they achieve?
hell yeah, you give me a sense of pride because that's my like everything got a tree I call like you got the head MF in charge, and then you got the branches on the tree that grows out,
Hmm. Hmm.
and the people on your branch on your tree, it's underneath you got branches on your tree. So when they have success, I feel like I'm having success. You know what I'm
So.
saying? They came underneath my umbrella. They came off of my branch. So they picked up.
Mhm.
They had to pick up something that I taught them. If I taught them even how to tie their sneaker, they understood that. So that make them succeed. You know, so that makes me real. I'm proud as hell. I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna talk my thing. I'm like, yo, you see so and so? I taught him that. I mean, I'm just that. I try to be supportive. I try to
Mhm.
make it to their games. see what they doing. Like I said, I'm like proud of a lot of my ex players that was knuckleheads that I ain't think, you know, they be doing the things that they doing, you know? And when I see them out there working with the kids, I see them working in the community, I see them doing things, I'm proud of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of that.
Phenomenal, man. I mean, I understand that feeling, and you should feel that way. So I definitely can appreciate that. Now, for the audience, could you give an example of a challenging situation you've encountered um, and because of sports, you were able to battle through, not allowing that situation to negatively affect you?
Ooh, well, I'm going through something like right now, my health.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? With my health these days and times, I just think about, you know, like I be like, yo, it's fourth and goal, Ox. You can't let them get you down. You can't let them knock you out. You can't let them score this touchdown, the game winner. I take it, it compared to my sickness, my health. When I get up sometimes in the morning, when I don't feel like doing anything, my body, I gotta go reach for the medicine, painkillers, and things like that. I keep thinking about, yo, like I'm playing in the game or coaching in the game. Yo, get up. Don't let them see you sweat, motherfucker. Get up. It's
Hmm.
fourth, like I keep saying, it's fourth and goal. Do what you got to do. I mean, that's what gets me through the day. You know what I'm saying? That's what gets me through what I'm going through now. I just put things in perspective, like I'm playing a game or coaching a game, and it gets me motivated and push me to that next level. To get me on my feet, to get me up for the
Hmm.
day, to
Hmm.
get me
Hmm.
going for the day. You know what I'm saying? Because
Exactly.
I don't do the things that I used to do. So you know.
Exactly. I know that feeling. Trust me, bro. I do. I do. So, um, you're currently coaching semi-pro. What's the name of the team that you're coaching?
Yeah, I'm coaching the Pathway Assassins. Um, we changed the name over. We merged with the a Pathway Pirates, so we call
Hmm.
ourselves the Pathway Assassins. We used to be the New Jersey Assassins. We ain't been around that long, you know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? But we're around. We going into our second season at the Pathway Assassins, and you know, that's what I'm doing now. But the semi-pro game is totally different than it was when I first came in the 1990s.
Hmm.
It's
Hmm.
totally different. Totally different.
Well, what you say is totally different. What do you mean by it's different? Give me an example.
Man, man, the players, the dedication,
Hmm.
you know, everybody going to a team where they feel like they could get a ring, get a championship, instead of competing against them players, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And then
Hmm.
like how some people, they use they smartness. I'll go to every team and take your strongest player off your team and put it on my team. That just made your team weak. So it's gonna make me easier to get to the championship. A lot of these people don't see things like that. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? You gotta go out here and get some dogs and go get you some dogs, what I consider dogs, and go up against these cats and knock them off to show them that they ain't the bullies of the block. You know what I'm saying? And then this game had changed so much that you don't see that. Like they all flocking to load up one team, load up one team.
Hmm.
They beat up on everybody. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, man. People like, oh, you know, F Ox. I don't like Ox. Ox ain't could do this. Ox ain't could. Ox is Ox. Like I said, we said before, I'm who I am. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And I'm gonna do what I need to do to win. I'm gonna do what I need to do to be successful. And I'm gonna do what I need to do to put a product on the field. And my product I'm gonna put on the field ain't gonna be no BS. I'm gonna put a good product on the field. You're gonna get what you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? Last year with the Path Academy, I was like the offensive coordinator, assistant head coach to my man Adam Turkowitz. Um,
Hmm.
Adam been in the semi-pro game I know to be in since I've been in it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Me and Adam had our times when we was like you could say enemies.
Hmm.
You know, but as me growing up and being a man, start maturing, I knocked all that out the window, and me and Adam shook our hands, and we became, we were united. We became, working with each other. You know what I'm saying? And he is didn't really take in consideration, but the man know football. The man know how to handle things. He got his way of doing things. You know what I'm saying? But once I got to know him, we both kind of similar. He the white version, I'm the black version. It don't mean like in a racial thing.
And don't forget, y'all both Jets fans too. So
yeah, we both is Jets fans. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of. I mean, I was like, I wish we could have got together in our prime. We could have raised a lot of hell together, probably. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, that wasn't a game with the semi-pro game. It wasn't like it was, but now it's not. Like I just said before, it's like kind of like watered down. But I'm looking forward to this season. You know what I'm saying? I've been out here trying to recruit some players, trying to get the dogs, trying to find me some beasts and some dogs. Because to me, I always felt like in Jersey, Union County had some decent football talent. There's always talent in the state. Now, there's a lot of talent in this state of New Jersey when it comes to football. But I feel like Union County has some talent out here, Get some now. I'm down in South Jersey, grabbing up some of that Philadelphia talent and that South Jersey talent. And I'm trying to blend it all together and mesh it together and get me a nice little powerhouse team and run around the state a little bit. I keep saying, this might be my last season due to my circumstances with my health and everything. But I'm trying. I would, to be honest with you, last year would have been my last year coaching semi-pro football. But I didn't like how I went out. I didn't like how the Assassins went out. I said, shit, I'm coming back. You know what I'm saying? Then Adam, stepped to the side. So now I'm gonna be the head. I'm back to being the head coach again, and running the show. And everything. So I'm like, like I said, I'm excited to get back out here. Let's do what we need to do, man. You know what I'm saying?
What drives you though? I mean, ultimately as a coach, what is it as a coach, player? What drives you to be in sports?
Oh, I love the game. I can't just sit home I can't sit home like I'm a Knicks fan. My Knicks lost. I was crying at it. I cried. Yeah, I cried. I'm a Knicks fan. I lost a few bets and whatever. You know what I'm saying? And the game, I just can't sit and watch because I'm sitting home coaching. If I'm watching a football game, I'm coaching it on TV. I'm watching a basketball game, I'm coaching on TV. So I can't take my fat ass outside and coach. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. Like, I can't go. I ain't going to do it no more. But then I go to a game to see my grandkids play or my nephews play or something like that. I'm at the field coaching. I see myself coaching. The next thing I see some people walk up to me like, oh, you know what you're talking about. Yo, why don't you do this? Or can you come show my son or show my kid to do this? And I'll be like, oh, man, for real, I was that loud or, didn't realize, and I never, I haven't lost the total spark for the game. But, I have lost some interest in the game. Like the dedication part. I used to be at 300. Now, like I say, I'm at 120. But the players put me down to that 120 because their dedication ain't where I think they should be. I remember when I first got to the semi-pro game, I could come to practice. I used to like to get to the field at least 45 minutes before everybody else get there and just relax and wind down a little bit, get ready for, what I'm about to get. And shit, I turn around, I got half my team already there. You know what I'm saying? So shit, we know what time practice started at 6. Then the team was there by 5:45. We don't start stretching everything. I mean, we got an extra 15 minutes of working. You know what I'm saying? So now these cats want to show up an hour late, 30 minutes late. Come on, how you get some work in? Where the dedication at? But there it goes again in the semi-pro game. I say it changed. Now that good team, I ain't gonna say organization because some good organizations out here, but don't have good teams. So then the good teams, they players come all the way from New York, from Jersey to New York, Jersey, and they at practice on time. They getting that work in. They doing what they do. You got too many prima donnas out here. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to the semi-pro game now. We got too many prima donnas. And me, they know I'm not gonna have that shit. So a lot of them don't want to be bothered with me. They be good players and want to play somewhere else. But you ain't gonna win. You ain't gonna win no chip without me. You might as well come over here with me and just take the abuse I'm gonna give you and let's go ahead and win this championship. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to start to wrap this up now. Is there anything else that you want the audience to know about you, Coach Ox?
Probably 90% of the shit you heard about me is true.
Okay.
But
Okay.
but one thing you can do if you with me, if you want to ask me something you want to know, just ask me. I'm gonna tell you, and you know that. I don't care how you feel. I mean, you feel like say something to me. You might think don't too much offend me. You know what I'm saying? So you can ask me anything, and I'm gonna tell you. You can tell me I'm a piece of I'm gonna tell you, all right, thank you. That's one less Christmas gift I'm gonna get. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell you how I feel about you, so you can tell me how you feel about me, and we can keep it, keep it like that.
Okay.
I'm just talking for the people who on your broadcast that might know me. Don't be ashamed. Don't be like, oh, you ain't gotta talk behind my back, or you say, oh, Ox said no. If you know me and how I think, Eddie, people say a lot of things about me. I don't never knock no man down. I can know they're a piece of shit just like me, but I'm not gonna knock them down. It's not my job to knock another man down. And I feel like all through this coming through here, coaching and being out here, I see a lot of people do that. Like you want to knock me down, but I keeps it real, son, on all levels. I ain't ashamed of nothing. I ain't gonna be ashamed. So you want to kick my back in? Go ahead. I'm gonna let you kick my back in, but don't be surprised. One on one, me and you talking, you come. I'm gonna kick your shit in too. I'm gonna tell you how I feel about you. You know what I'm saying? I don't fear nothing there. And I really appreciate you bring me on your show. Bringing my suburban / hood behind on your show. You know what I'm saying? I hope I ain't sound too ignorant to some people. Like, oh, he's ignorant. Well, like I said, you got to know me. You know what I'm saying? I try to cut, people say I curse a lot. I don't think I curse that much in the show today. People say I'm, I'm not that person that you might think I am. I put you like that. But I could be, but I don't always show that type of, I always wear that on my sleeves all the time. I wear that nice cover too. That's it, man, Eddie. I really appreciate you having me, man.
It's my pleasure. And ladies and gentlemen, I will tell you what he said is so true. I mean, in all seriousness, he's straightforward. He's honest. He's going to tell you exactly what he's thinking, and that's one of the things that I respect so much about him, because he's straightforward and he lets you know, and you know where you stand. So, you as a person can decide if you want to deal with it or not. So, and that's the beauty of it. So. Now, if anybody wanted to reach out to you, whatever, players, somebody wants to coach with you, or just, wants to crack a beer and chill with you, or, business opportunities, how can they reach you?
Man, they can reach me on I got kid New Jersey Terminators Instagram. You can reach me there. You can reach me on my Facebook, Kenneth Laduna. Just hit me on there, hit me on Facebook, hit me on Messenger. I'll get back to you.
Okay.
I do. I get back to you, and we can take it from there. You can hit me up and say you hate me. I'm gonna say, all right, thank you. I'll send you a thank you card.
All right.
No problem with that. But that's how you can reach me, man. I really appreciate, like I said again, man, I really appreciate this. I usually don't do things like this.
No, I appreciate you for jumping in with me. So, and it's I really enjoyed this interview, man. So thank you so much. So, well, ladies and gentlemen, it's another Read and Attack sports show, another great interview. So I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. And you know what I say in sports in closing: make sure you turn it on and turn it up. Peace. And that's pretty much going to be it. And I'm going to, do my editing, bro. Right now, my computer's locked up, so I have to edit out this last section right here. But that's not going to be much to do. So, and everything else is fine. So I don't even have to touch anything. So,
Oh,
but like I said, I'll shoot you the show, so you can have it. Do whatever you want. And if you need me to do something, edit it or whatever, something specific, I can do that for you. Or if you have somebody who can do it,
man,
do
that's
whatever
it,
you want
man.
to do.
Eddie, that's you, man. That's how you handle it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just can't. I mean, I'm surprised I got through it.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
proud of I'm proud of myself right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Bro, it's not, once you really start doing this stuff, it's really not hard. It's just, yeah, there's questions I'm going to ask, but, it's more conversational when you really get into it. So that's really it. So.
Yeah.
All right, bro. So I appreciate this. So I'm gonna start working on this now, so I can get things set up. So this way I can get it to you once the show goes out next Wednesday. So, and I'll send you the link to the show if you're up and you wanted to listen to it. So,
All right. Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you, bro. So I'll talk to you later. All right.
All right. Take care, man.
You too. Peace.
Trying me, but they hate from inside. You see, hate themselves in society. So I let them speak quietly, while my actions speak wider. See, they be hiding in privacy with the screen. Oh, the irony to hate someone who's trying to be whatever they would like to be. We all feel the anxiety, we make our own rivalries. Yo, so where is all the positivity? I feel like we all just hate on everything, it's killing me. Thoughts build quick, causing different possibilities. Negative thoughts will cause different disabilities. So do better, work hard under pressure. If you got no time, work smarter than ever. Don't ever let them tell you that you can't never say never. And turn your mind into the truest to go-getters. Never stop, I'll get it if I want it. Gotta make to myself a promise. I won't quit, keep going till I got it. I won't